When most people think of startup companies, I think, especially young people, think of the Twitters and the Facebooks and the apps and all these technology startups. But there's also an entire more traditional industry of farming out there that is going through a really exciting period right now, and it's really great to be involved in the farming industry, particularly with oysters. Compared to other foods, people don't eat oysters because they're hungry. They eat oysters because they want an experience that other more boring foods just can't provide. And what's exciting about being in oyster farming is that we can actually grow an oyster that provides a unique experience. Our oyster is grown in St. Jerome Creek in southern Maryland, St. Mary's County, and we started the company about 2 years ago. We started our first farm-raised oyster, and the company got started from a group of private investors from Baltimore, and we learned everything there is to learn, or everything we could learn about oyster aquaculture, and brought our first oyster to market as the preferred oyster of the 2013 Preakness. And the oyster is called the Skinny Dipper, and it was a great way to kick it off back in 2013 at the Preakness. We sold over 10,000 oysters as our very first sale, so it was an exciting time for us. And since then, the Skinny Dipper, we've sold over 400,000 Skinny Dippers in the area, starting and gaining some traction in Baltimore and Annapolis and DC, where we were selling to Riley's Oyster Bar and their 3 locations, Hank's Oyster Bar in DC, and Boatyard in Annapolis, and since then we've branched out to over 80 restaurants in this region. And a little over a year ago, we decided to ramp things up, and we partnered with Marbidco and the USDA to increase our funding and take the business to the next level. Right now we have over 5 million oysters under cultivation, and we're just starting to branch out to other markets such as New York, LA, Chicago, Philadelphia. So it's a very exciting time to be in the oyster industry, particularly in Maryland, the home of the world's best oyster in the Chesapeake Bay, which brings me to the next point of the fact that oyster farming is one of the only industries where the more industry there is, the better the impact on the environment. The oysters are the keystone species of the Chesapeake Bay environmentally, and we're just excited to be a part of bringing them back to the keystone species of our area commercially as well. We're also really excited to be working with St. Mary's County Office of Economic Development, as well as TEDCO, who are advising us on some strategic and just general business development issues.